My government hopes to transform Kerala into a hunger-free state, and to this end will introduce a scheme to provide one-time free meals for the needy with the involvement of private sector and Kudumbasri. Next, industries. The thrust of my government will be to ensure that new enterprises are set up for generating more employment opportunities for the workforce of the state. Steps will be taken to encourage investment in the state. The delay faced by the entrepreneurs for starting new enterprises will be eliminated. One of the notable achievements of the last LDF government was its success in rejuvenating the public sector and turning them around. Most of them are now in the red and sick. My government will give special priority to the revival and revitalization of the public sector unit and adopting the time-tested approach of the previous LDF government. A slew of measures will be adopted to build an effective and conducive achievement to facilitate fast and dynamic growth of the industrial and handicraft sectors. Procedures for starting small-scale industries will be simplified by introducing a self-certification scheme and a single-window clearance system. Efforts will be taken for promoting value-added products of coconut, banana, jackfruit, pineapple, etc. based on local availability. Necessary technological inputs for fostering industrial sector will be ensured through strengthening of the linkage between industrial units and research and development institutions. Entrepreneurs will be provided online services by linking district industry centers and taluk industry centers through Kerala's statewide area network. Industrial estates will be started in association with the local self-government institutions as well as cooperative institutions. The financial assistance will be extended to artisans for starting enterprises. A brand building campaign will, in association with the tourism sector, will be launched to enhance the marketing of handicraft products. Scientific marketing of ethnic Kerala handicraft products. 6 industrial cooperative societies in the state will be revitalized after conducting proper study. Financial assistance will be extended to cooperative spinning mills. Interventions will be made to rejuvenate the textile sector. My government intends to extend financial assistance through Kerala State Industries Development Corporation to innovative startups to encourage budding entrepreneurs. Financial assistance will be provided to women entrepreneurship by KSIDC as part of promoting women entrepreneurship. The natural gas pipeline project will be completed in a definite time frame. My government will take steps to enhance the efficiency and transparency of PSUs through timely review of their functionings. Effective steps will be taken to tune around loss-making units in a step-by-step manner. Modernization and revival projects of various public sector undertakings will be reviewed, and those found to be imperative shall be proceeded further. Kerala Industrial Infrastructure Development Corporation will be made more transparent and entrepreneur friendly. The Life Science Park at Tonnakkal will be completed, and the opportunities available in life science sector will be fruitfully utilized. Keltron would be revitalized. My government will pursue setting up defense park at Ottapallam in Palakkad district as a major manufacturing facility for defense products under the Make in India initiative of the Government of India. My government intends to restrict mining of iron ore, rare earths, etc. to the public sector. Possibility of starting mineral-based industries will be explored, and all unauthorized mining activities will be regulated. Steps will be taken for the diversification of PSUs which have been closed down due to mining-related issues. E-pass system will be adopted to enhance the transparency of issuance of permits by Directorate of Mining and Geology. Industries which have become sick due to shortage of clay will be protected. Next, cashew. My government will strengthen the Kerala State Cashew Development Corporation and Kerala State Cashew Workers Apex Industrial Cooperative Society Limited through infusion of adequate funds for ensuring supply of raw material in time to those factories. Thrust will be given to modernization and partial mechanization of factories of the Cashew Development Corporation and CAPEX and more value-added production. The Kerala State Agency for Expansion of Cashew Cultivation will take up the work of expanding the area under cashew cultivation in the state. Emphasis will be given to organic cashew cultivation and establishment of raw nut bank. My government will also examine the feasibility of taking land on lease in other states for developing cashew plantations to tackle the shortage of raw cashew nuts. Also, government will examine the possibility of according plantation status to cashew. Next, coir. Coir sector that supports the livelihood, though at subsistence level, of tens of thousands of workers, is today facing severe challenges from alternative materials and competing states and countries. My government shall ensure minimum wages, employment to the traditional workers, and at the same time promote rapid modernization of the coir industry. Government will ensure infusion of funds through Kerala Financial Corporation at reasonable interest rates and soft terms, and also offer investment subsidy to private entrepreneurs. Coconut producer companies will be encouraged to undertake collection and defibering of coconut husk, thereby contributing to the profit of both the farmers and companies alike. Kudumbashree units will be incentivized for the collection of husk and defibering. The fiber so produced will be purchased by coir fed, supplied to coir spinning cooperatives with guaranteed procurement of the yarn produced. The yarn will be supplied to small-scale producers whose coir products will be procured by coir corporation at agreed purchase price. My government will introduce rebate on coir products so that the products are successfully marketed. Next, handloom, khadi and village industries. Steps will be taken to provide yarn at concessional rates to handloom cooperatives and also to modernize looms. The handloom cooperative sector would be reorganized to ensure higher job creation. Handloom clusters should be set up in selected block panchayats. Handloom-based uniform would be promoted. Production of handtechs and handweave would be increased. Handweave, they typed as HANVW, handweave. All right, sir. Handweave would be increased. Cluster programs of khadi and village industries should be strengthened, and the conditions of workers improved, including revision of minimum wages. Solar-powered charkha would be popularized. Special support would be extended to clay and lime shell cooperatives. Hybrid coconut trees would be promoted to help toddy tapping. Activities of artisan corporations should be diversified. Existing income generation programs in handloom, khadi, bamboo would be expanded to provide at least 100 days employment. My government would proactively promote the marketing of the products of all traditional industries. Also, efforts to modernize the toddy industry would be actively pursued. Next, tourism. My government will accord priority to employment creation in tourism. A new scheme will be introduced for creating job-oriented skills to the youths, especially from the rural area. Principles of responsible tourism, ensuring benefits to local community, will be broad-based to entire destinations, and an RT classification for tourism units will be introduced. Corrective measures will be taken to arrest the fall of tourist arrivals in Kerala and to double the foreign tourist arrivals in Kerala within next 5 years. Thrust of my government will be on the strengthening the tourism infrastructure through comprehensive waste management programs, construction of basic infrastructure at all major tourist destinations, and improvement of wayside facilities, including signages and information centers. Upkeep and maintenance of the destination will be institutionalized. Conservation and preservation of heritage will be a focal area. Alapula Heritage Conservation Initiative will be taken up in line with Mussoorie's Heritage Project. Spice Route Circuit will be conceived as the next major international tourism product. My government lays prime importance on ensuring the safety and security of the tourists and will be forming contingency response cells. Service of lifeguards and tourist wardens will be extended to more destinations. Leading manpower institutes in the states such as Kerala Institute of Tourism and Travel Studies, State Institute of Hospitality Management, Institute of Hotel Management and Catering Technology, Kerala Institute of Hospitality Management Studies, etc. will be strengthened, and kits will be developed into a center of excellence. My government intends to formulate a pilgrim tourism policy connecting pilgrim and cultural centers in Kerala. An annual calendar of major festivals in Kerala will be prepared. Handicrafts festivals will be organized as part of linking the industry with the tourism sector. Next, forest. My government is committed to conservation, protection and upgradation of existing forest. No encouragement would be tolerated. In the context of global warming and climate change, apart from conservation of existing forest, special emphasis will be given to social afforestation. Also, planting of timber, fruits, medicinal trees would be encouraged. My government accords importance to community-based ecotourism in the forest with special emphasis on environmental education and visitor security. 500 youth from forest department, 500 youth from forest dependent communities, especially tribals, would be trained as ecotourism guides. Scientific study on environment impact of visits to forest areas in connection with ecotourism will be conducted. Schemes and programs in this field would be systematically implemented to enhance the employment potential in this field to a minimum of 1,500 man days per day in the coming 5 years. My government will extend forest stations to the remaining forest area also over the period of next 5 years. My government is committed to complete the task of demarcating the forest boundary in the state and will complete the process for the 3,000 kilometer remaining to be demarcated. Camera traps in forests throughout the state helps keep constant vigil over the forest area. 1,000 more cameras will be installed soon. My government intends to strengthen the communication network in forest areas for the protection of forest areas and wildlife. Next, environment. My government is committed to state's development without damaging or compromising on its environment and will strive to find a balance between environment protection, conservation and development. A white paper on the status of the environment in Kerala will be published within 6 months. Given the importance of the Western Ghats in the ecology of Kerala, my government intends to devise a conservation strategy for Western Ghats in consultation with the farmers and local public. Environmental clearance will be given only after diligent and stringent appraisal and impact assessment. My government intends to prepare a comprehensive policy for reducing pollution on the basis of a study and shall enforce the regulations with the active participation of the local self-governments. Mining activities including river sand mining will be regulated based on scientific studies. Mining in the state, especially black sand mining will be brought under public sector, ensuring necessary ecological safeguards and value addition. A database as envisaged in the Kerala Conservation of Paddy Land and Wetland will be prepared with the help of satellite imagery and published within 1 year. My government intends to promote rainwater harvesting and reuse of water in the state. The newly constituted Wetland Authority will be strengthened to regulate and conserve wetlands in the state. Biodiversity register at Panchayat, municipality level will be prepared and updated scientifically. Next, science and technology. My government realizes that even though we have a host of institutions in the state doing commendable work, the benefits of their research work have not yet trickled down to the community at large. The measures to many of the problems faced by Kerala as a society can be derived from channelizing effectively the research areas of these institutions, and my government would give utmost priority to this aspect. Next, fisheries. My government recognizes the vital importance of fishing sector that provides occupation and livelihood for coastal population. My government is of the view that the recommendation of the Meena Kumari Committee report constituted for the reviewing of the deep sea fishing and existing policy are detrimental to the interest of the fishermen of the state. My government seeks the early implementation of the recommendations of the committee led by Dr. S. Ayyappan. My government accords prime importance to protecting traditional rights of fishermen over fishery resources and coastal areas. Fishermen vulnerable to sea erosion will be rehabilitated to safe locations on priority basis over next 3 years. Thrust will be given for ensuring basic amenities such as pure drinking water, sanitary toilets, waste management systems in all fishing villages with the support of Suchitva mission. Concerted efforts will be made for empowering traditional fishermen for deep sea fishing by providing resource-specific fishing vessels and skill upgradation of traditional fishermen. My government shall endeavor to make the state self-sufficient in fish sheet production by augmenting the existing production capacity of fish seed farms and hatcheries and establishing new seed farms. Apart from the initiatives of marine fisheries sector, my government will come with a set of practical schemes to increase the inland fisheries sector. A comprehensive data bank of fishermen of the state will be prepared and family cards will be provided to all registered fishermen to channelize assistance to them more effectively. Matsya Bhavans will be made more functional by providing basic infrastructure facilities and manpower. Kerosene will be supplied to all eligible fishermen at subsidized rate. Steps will also be taken to provide diesel subsidy to fishing crafts. My government intends to enact comprehensive Aquarian Reforms Act to protect the rights of active fishermen in the ownership of the fishing implements, entry to sea, access to marine resources. The Kerala Marine Fishing Regulation Act 1980 will be amended for addressing the present challenges in maritime fisheries resource conservation. My government will seek the support of the Union government in curbing encouragement of foreign shipping vessels, letter of permission vessels in the territorial sea of the Kerala coast, and also to implement the Murari Committee recommendations in its letter and spirit. Fishermen welfare and development societies will be strengthened and reorganized, and the activities of the Kerala Fishermen Debt Relief Commission will be revamped. My government will draw up a special package for the integrated development of the coastal area of the state as a whole. Housing. Next is housing. My government will launch a scheme for providing universal housing for the homeless and landless in a time-bound manner. An immediate enumeration of the exact number of homeless families in the state will be done as the first step, and beneficiaries prioritized using transparent criteria to be laid down by the government. The scheme will be launched this year itself. Also, a separate scheme will be drawn up to complete unfinished houses in government schemes and disperse the areas in subsidy. Prefab technology will be popularized to realize the goal of providing affordable houses to all. A program to train youth in construction will be taken up across the state. This is the centenary year of late Dr. Laurie Becker, a people's architect. Laurie Becker, all right. Laurie Becker, a people's architect. The best memorial to him would be to mainstream his building techniques into the public work system. This my government shall endeavor to do in the current year. An institution will be nurtured in his honor as Laurie Becker International School of Habitat Studies to promote his cost-effective and green construction technologies. Next subject is cooperation. My government intends to strengthen the existing scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, and Vanita cooperative societies and marketing cooperatives. Swarnam shops will be opened as part of the organic vegetable farming scheme introduced by the cooperative department. To help rubber farmers in the state, Kerala State Cooperative Rubber Marketing Limited will diversify into other products and increase production of existing products. The Apex federations in the cooperative sector will be strengthened. Cooperative societies will be equipped for starting e-commerce. Special efforts will be taken to make all viable registered cooperative societies functioning and liquidate dormant societies. My government will initiate action to integrate the state and district cooperative banks into a single apex institution of primary agricultural cooperatives. This will help foster investment and credit creation in the state and boost infrastructure and local development significantly. Core banking network of cooperative banks will be implemented. An extensive distribution and collection of network will be implemented with the help of Kudumbashri mission for insulating the poor from the stronghold of private money lenders. The activities of consumer fed which have been plagued by inefficiency and corruption shall be restructured, and the chain of retail network shall be made meaningful instruments in containing the hardships caused to the poorer sections of society on account of price rises.